fix some things. Game in. Some other stuff here. Other games. Okay, live. That one's working as well. So let's see if we can do this on both. So here we go. Don't break anything. So quickly log into good old TikTok to check to see if this is working. Hello legends, just getting just getting my live streams going. Just making sure it's all working perfectly. Test, 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 test. Test, 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 test. Yep, that's working. All right, let me get into it. We are fixing some digital slot cars because we've been doing some racing lately and we are destroying them. So I'm fixing them. Maintenance time. Let me grab all my stuff I need. Yeah. I think that's all working on both ends. We are live on YouTube over here and we are live on TikTok over here. So if you are joining me, we are live on both platforms. No racing. Have I got two? Hold on, tick. We've got an incoming call. Let me quickly answer this phone call. Hello? Entschuldigung? Warte, 1 Minuten. Phone call. Apologies. Just 2 seconds. 2 seconds. I'll be back. I'm on a phone call. 2 seconds. Right. My wife is now talking German for me. Let me get back in. Hello, if you are joining, we are live on YouTube and we are live on TikTok. We are doing some fixing. Do we have another camera? Let me get rid of this camera. Hold on. We have got 2 cameras. There we go. So we've got 1 camera. Yeah, super. So if you have been watching my TikTok lives, we've been doing some live digital racing here on TikTok. It's been going incredible, but now it's time we start fixing some of these cars because we've had a lot of damage and we've actually got to fix our digital crossover today as well because our digital crossover has also had some damage, which it's not crossing over, which it should be all the time. So firstly, let's get stuck into some of the fixing, which we'll start with. We're going to do 2 things. We're going to be gluing some motors in place. So I'm going to put the skylines aside first, and I want to dive head first into the NASCARs. And let's do some hot gluing, because the motors are moving around. I will show this on both camera. Thank you, wifey, who speaks German. Danke. Danke. Well, yeah, sorry guys, we just had a phone call, so I had to answer it, but because I can't speak German, my wife is like, hello. And you guys were live, so I didn't want to have a full-blown odd conversation in German that I can't really speak. All right, so let's undo the NASCAR. If you haven't been watching, we have been doing digital racing on here. We've got a brand new track set up, which we change regularly. And for those that are on YouTube, you've been following me for a long time, so thank you. We'll also have a digital... Hello, Brian. Hello, Marv. Thank you for saying good day on YouTube. We have been doing a lot of stuff on YouTube recently and also TikTok, but we will be doing a lot more on both, some competition stuff, but we need to fix these cars because they're not running too well. So let's check out the NASCAR. This is a good insight for some people who are wanting to know about this is right now we're looking at Carrera. We do have Scalextric, but today we're looking at Carrera cars because we've been giving these guys a bashing. So it's a really good insight for the ones who follow me on YouTube. They are pretty much all over this stuff. We might do some racing today. TikTok, we might be doing some racing today. If not, it will be definitely multiple times this week. But we need to fix these first because we've had some issues. So YouTube, thank you for joining. We will be doing some YouTube racing as well. 2 different leagues. So let me quickly show TikTok first. Watch me as I move this motor from left to right. We do have a lot of movement in this motor, which if we're going to hot glue it, which I will in a tick, that's going to stop this from chattering. So when we're doing some racing, the NASCAR will run a lot smoother. And of course, My friends on YouTube would already know this, but if we do give this a little wiggle as well, you can see that the motor is moving a fair bit. We will hot glue that in a second. So that will give us a little bit of a better drive when it comes to racing the proper races. Whilst I'm on this stream, there's been some bad news in Australia. I'm an ex-police officer. We've had, I think it's been confirmed, I'm not 100% sure, but we've had 2 police officers murdered today, which is very sad. So both of these streams are dedicated to those members, and they're still looking for the shooter. It breaks my heart. So these 2 streams are dedicated to them. And if you do see an officer, put your problems aside and go and say thank you for your service and give them a hug. It's a shit day. But let's get into it. So we're going to turn the hot glue gun on. You might get some extra bonus footage here of me catching on fire. Hope not. Hello, Chris. Hello, mate. Marvo, sorry I don't understand the language, but thank you. I will try and translate later, and if it is a question, I will let you know later on YouTube. We are running both TikTok and YouTube today, guys, just to try something different. I have just gone out and purchased a little hot glue gun so we can fix our little motor. So we've got 2 motors to do. We're going to do them one at a time. We'll do both NASCARs first. These guys have copped an absolute belting on the digital racing, which has been happening on TikTok. So we will fix them both. Once our glue gun is fired up, we will then stick the motor into place. I'm going to quickly show the cameras again because I don't know if I did it well enough. You will see when I move this motor, everything moves. It's rocking left and right. It's quite poor. And I'll show YouTube as well. You can see here. So if we glue, it's late in Vegas, 1:20 a.m. I will catch the replay. Thank you, mate. I appreciate it, Richie. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it, mate. Thanks for watching. Yeah, it's a bit of an odd time to go live, but I do appreciate you jumping in, mate. We are just doing some maintenance, but once we do the digital racing live, you'll be able to replay those in the future as well. Thank you, mate. And if you are watching on TikTok, I do have a YouTube channel. We are streaming live to both. So do we have enough heat yet? And it's simply, this is nothing professional. I'm no professional slot car fixer or setter-upper, but what we are going to do is just put a little bit of a hot glue gun goop in here just to stop that motor from rocking. If we've got enough heat in it, do we? Not yet. Oh, hold on. Oh yeah, it's going. I will show you the final results. You can use normal glue, but I think the reason I like hot glue is it allows you to then break it away if you need to in the future. If you need to get rid of it or take the motor out, the hot glue is a lot easier to remove. So I'm just waiting for this to heat up. Will the heat from the motor melt the hot glue gun? Potentially. We will see if that happens. Good shout too. Will it melt the hot glue? Potentially. I don't know if it's going to get to 130. It might, but I don't know. But good question, mate. We will find that out though once we're hitting the track. Have I? Oh shit! I don't know if it's heating up. Might be a dodgy gun. We'll find out in a tick though. But you don't need much. You only need a couple of dabs. It's just this. Oh, geez, that's really. It's going in there, but no glue's coming out. Am I doing this right? Am I doing this right? Just want to make sure. Oh, hold on. We got some. Let me get rid of that first. Oh, here we go. Just gonna put a bit of goop in there. A little bit of goop. It's gonna. Ooh, it's not really sticking. I probably bought myself some dodgy goo. It's actually not sticking. That's shit. Hold on. Let's try this side. Just gonna let it set there for a tick because it's sticking to the gun more than the car. I will do a cleanup. This is going to look terrible in the first instance. Oh wow. Come on, get in there. I'm going to leave the gun in there for a second to see if it actually... Can I get that? Can I... Uh-oh. Oh, we're going to have glue gun going everywhere. So I'm going to let that settle for a tick and then we'll break away what we don't need. It looks terrible, but if it has done what it should have done, we shouldn't get too much movement. There we go. Solid. So I'll show you TikTok first. That's solid. No, it's not. It's not really sticking. It's not really sticking. We do have a backup plan though. We do have a backup plan. Hello, Jamie on YouTube. Hello, mate. We do have a backup plan. So if this doesn't stick, which at the moment it's not really sticking, no, it's going to break away. That's why I like hot glue though. It's going to break away. So let me get rid of that and we'll try again. I think we might have to use the glue. The hot glue gun might not be the best, but it should have done something, but it hasn't. Go try that one more time. I'm going to try that one more time. Let me get rid of this glue first. Oh, I'm going to go in there one more time. We're going to press it in, and we're just going to let it set. It's nice and slow. So leave the gun in there for a second because it likes to stick to the gun more than anything else. So let that sit. So that's going in there. We'll let that side settle first. And hot glue is a hot mess. I mean, look at this. Luckily, we can ball it up and piss it off. G'day, Jamie. Hello, mates. If you've got any questions, this is the best time to do it because we aren't doing any racing yet. We are just doing a chilled out live stream. We do have a couple of cars to fix. Not all of it's going to be glue gun style, but we do have a couple of cars to fix. Now, has that done anything? I'm going to quickly show the camera here. You can see a nice little bit of glue's been put in there, but it's not really. Oh, hold on. We could be onto a winner. All right. Just going to hold that steady again. Let it go off on the gun, and we'll see what happens with that. Let's have a look. This one can probably come in a bit closer, actually. And you guys could probably come in a bit closer, too. Yeah, that's better. All right, how did that go? Let's have a look. We do have glue, just in case. From Carol. So, all right, we're going to let that settle. We're going to put that one aside because I think it's done its job. Thanks for the follow, Ethan, on TikTok. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. We've been getting some really big racing streams. Yesterday, we had about 350 watching. The day before, we had over 700. And we'll be doing the same on YouTube very soon. So let's put that one aside. We do know that that's settled. I'm going to take it a guess. All right, you know what? We're going to put that one back together because it's actually fixed it. It's not going to rock around. So that's going to stop the movement of the motor when we're racing because we are getting some chattering from the motor itself. And because the motor is moving, it's actually upsetting the rear axle. We still have a little bit of play here. You can probably see. Where can you buy it? You can get Carrera or SLOTCARS slot cars easily by Googling online. I don't have any affiliation codes. I should really work on that. But if you are wanting to buy these, just search up scalatric.com or carreratoys.com and you'll be able to find your local distributor in your area or toy shop, and you can go and buy yourself some of these. Really fun product. And if you have been watching my digital racing here on TikTok, hello RP, hello mates, how are you? Jockus, yes, these are 132 digital slot cars. Thank you, Matthew. I appreciate you, mate. We do have TikTok and YouTube running. I've got TikTok in front of me and YouTube up here. The digital racing has been put on TikTok at the moment. It will be going to YouTube as well. So you guys will be getting some stuff on YouTube very soon. But please bring the comments through. And hello, B-Rads. Yes, hello, slot fans. Welcome. We're getting some live streams happening. I've been a bit cautious on YouTube. So if people don't know, on TikTok, I got hacked on YouTube. I am still working on the video to put out some information on how not to get hacked in the future, but I haven't had much confidence in the system itself to put out current content because we got another attack as well. I got in again because I know how to now, but it's not the safest platform. It's been it's knocked my confidence down on posting as much as I really should be, but we'll work on that in the future. So let me flip this over. So both TikTok and YouTube will be getting a digital racing league, hopefully with prizes. Unfortunately, we've had no real support on prizes yet for TikTok. We've had some massive views on TikTok, some of the biggest at the moment that we've seen for, I guess, content creators. It always tells me in my, I guess, following range. So we'll see if we can get some prizes happening. And once I've got the rules down pat, we'll do the same on YouTube. We'll have 2 leagues running. Good fun. Digital slot car racing. Reverse image here. Is it reverse image? How do I don't think I can fix that, brother. I'm just looking at the camera now. Apologies if you are on YouTube. I can't reverse the image. Can I reverse it? I can reverse it on TikTok. Stand by. But thank you for... I can reverse it on TikTok. Oh, shit. Don't delete it, though. Don't delete it. I can reverse it on TikTok. Flip. So, yeah. So TikTok is now reversed. I can't do it on... I don't believe I can do it on here. Can I or can't I? I'm just going to quickly press a button. No, I can't. I can flip the camera so it goes backwards. Can I flip it? Retouch, hide live video, mute, flip. Flip will be reverse camera. Yeah, no, sorry guys. Hello Milligan, hello Millie, thank you for joining. We've got 61 watching on YouTube, thanks guys. So that one's now being put back together. We will give these a quick test run. I've just noticed a quick issue we've had. We've got how much MPH? No, these are slot cars on TikTok. Fant, these are slot cars. We will have a prototype RC car coming start of September. It's a 1/64 scale. I think I'm going to be one of a handful of content creators that's been sent, and it looks promising. If you're into Hot Wheels or micro RC cars, we have an extremely good looking product coming. I've got all the database, I've got all the I guess the printout of what this thing should be able to achieve, and it looks really promising. So we will have some RC stuff coming very soon on TikTok, but at the moment we're focusing today on fixing my slot cars, because the digital racing that's been happening on TikTok has taken its toll on the track and also on the cars. So this one, we've just done a glue to the motor. So now the motor itself should be glued into position, meaning we won't be having any flex or anything, hopefully, across the rear axle. There is a video on my YouTube channel that shows you a couple other tips and tricks to make these cars go faster. Thank you for the follow. We are trying to hit 10,000 on TikTok. We're almost halfway there. It's taken me 2 weeks to get halfway there. So hopefully another 2 weeks, we will be at the 10K mark, which is exciting. Let's bring a different one in first. So I do want to show off the KTM. You can see here, we've got extensive damage to the KTM. Sadly, I don't have a track to test. I think I've got some like small, I'm on YouTube, no worries. Yeah, thanks, Judici. I appreciate it. We've got YouTube and we've got TikTok, guys. We've got two things running here. How much miles per hour? I haven't got a tester to test that, guys. So with the KTM, you can see we've got a pretty big bit of damage here, no rear spoiler, and I think that's the only damage we've got on this one, but we'll crack him open. We do have the post, so we're going to fix the rear spoiler today, but I just want to check out, if I can, and I'm going to move my phone for a second, because we've got the track on. We want to make sure that these cars are running. So we do have the track on. Let me quickly turn the track on. Beep, beep. We want to make sure this still runs smoothly. So this one is still running. We'll get it to do a quick lap. So that one runs nice and smoothly. Back in action. So the NASCAR is good to go. Actually, that sounds really smooth. Listen to this. Very smooth. So we fixed that problem. So let's put the NASCAR aside. I'm going to turn this track off so I don't get zapped. Let me see what YouTube said. I think I've got some small ones. They are quite expensive. A question here on... I wish I was a NASCAR. Hold on a tick. A quick question here on YouTube. How much are they? This one that I'm holding in my hand is a standard car for 2024-2025 season. Euros, I think it's about 65 euros Australian, about 85 to 95, and the rest of the world, if you do the maths, maybe 65 American. So yeah, this one's quite cheap. We do have some rare cars that we've been running, which I do regret now, but I don't have many cars to run. These old school Skylines are quite collectible. These were made in 2008. We've got a fair bit of damage to fix on this one today. This is about 200 euros, I would say, brand new in box. We've got two of those that we run on track. So that's about 400 euros on track. So there is some collectible cars out there, but on average, if you're buying current stuff, I would say about 85 euros will get you out of trouble. So let's quickly crack this guy open and we'll have a look at him. And we are doing a bit of a low-key stream today, guys. We did some racing yesterday. We'll probably do some more racing tonight on TikTok, and I might try and get YouTube involved on that one as well, but I have got limited cameras. I'm paying $5,000 for the first 5 people to message me about God. I'm going to recommend don't message him. Sounds like what we call a friggin' scammer, and I need to get some mods in there to get rid of him. But anyways, don't message that guy. What's his name? Morgan. Get out of here, Morgan. Don't want to hear your business, mate. Get out of here. All right, so we'll have a quick look inside this one. This one is running a brand new chip. I'm going to quickly show the camera for TikTok. It's a smaller digital chip inside this one. I'll show YouTube as well. We do have different kinds of chips from Carrera. This one is one of their latest chips. It's a lot smaller. You don't have the legs sticking off, which hopefully will allow me to run a different digital car, meaning a different brand. So this one here is definitely Hello, Jake. Hello, mate. Welcome to the stream. Thank you, guys. If you don't mind hitting that screen. ARV Police, thank you, brother. And I hope you're safe. There's been some shit news out of Australia, so thank you for the support. I hope you're safe. Thanks, Jake. I love your content too. I haven't watched your content, but I get it. It'll be good. And we've got YouTube as well. Sale around 50 in the US, as high as 250 for some models liveries. Thank you, Brad. Brad's on. Hello, slot car dude. Hello, mates. We've got a YouTube stream and a TikTok stream. So let's fix this one. Again, guys, why we are doing this, I'm hosting digital racing here on TikTok. We had 700 people watching 2 days ago. We had 20,000 views within an hour and a half. It was going really, really good. So if you are on YouTube, it's going to be coming to YouTube very soon. But TikTok, it's been going gangbusters. So this one here, we're going to check the motor quickly. Again, it needs to be fixed. You can see there's lots of movement in this motor. It's just so that these cars have a better lease on life. We're going to use some hot glue once again, which isn't really the best way to do it. But hey, we're running a budget show here. I don't want to let the crowd down. Let me quickly run some. And guys, if you want to ask any questions, this is the stream to do it. When I'm doing the digital racing, it's a little bit hard to answer everything. I definitely will. But this is the best time to ask if you want to know anything about slot cars or RC, even diecast cars. We've got a lot of that on the channel as well. So let me try and get this guy in there. Bit of hot glue. All right, we've run out. We need another stick. But that should be enough for now. Let me get another stick of hot glue. Where did I put the box? Stand by. I have lost the box. I have lost the box. The hot glue is going really quick. Right, another stick of hot glue. And for those that just saw a digital chip, I'm going to show you another one just to show you the difference in size. So this is an older digital chip. Thank you for the donation, mate. Thank you so much, Millie. I really appreciate that. Thank you, mate. Every little bit does help. I am trying to get some support to buy some more cars. I haven't had a yes or a no from Carrera if they're going to send any more. So I will be buying some more cars. This here is your older digital chip. You can see the little dog legs here. I will show both TikTok and YouTube. Little dog legs here. And if we quickly take a look at this one that I'm working on, you can see we are missing those very long legs. So this chip should be able to retrofitted into more branded cars, where this one here, you didn't need a lot of space. So there is two different digital chips. Thank you for the donation, mate. That really honestly helps. Hello, Zach. How you going, mates? On TikTok, I used to have that racing track as a child. I used it so much, I want to get it again. What's the name? We are looking at Carrera at the moment. Your two major toy brands are Carrera and Scalextric. Right now, we are looking at Carrera, but I want to quickly show you guys. Quickly show you guys, because I do get support from Scalextric. They have been incredible for 2024, 2025. They have been really incredible showing some new items. I want to quickly show good old YouTube, the latest Mustang released by Scalextric. We received this yesterday directly from the team. It's a beautiful looking car. And for TikTok as well, here is a Scalextric. This is new for 2025. I don't believe it's available right now, but it will be available in the next, I'd say, week or days, or maybe it is today, but this is one of the latest as well. Thanks for the follow, mate. I appreciate it. And just to let everyone know, normally on the good old YouTube, you guys are pretty well rounded with the slot car stuff. They've been following me for years. Thank you, legends. Here is an NSR slot car. This is another brand. This is NSR. And the reason I'm showing you guys the digital chip, because my goal is in the future is to convert these guys to Carrera Digital as well. And this older chip at the moment is a bit of a hassle, the older chip. So this chip here, which is fitted in our vehicle, is a smaller chip. So I'm hoping I can actually squeeze it in one of these, which we'll do on another stream. But today, shut up, Trav. Let's get back into it. We need some more hot glue. And thank you to those watching on TikTok and on YouTube. We've got the double stream today. I'm a double act. Can I say that? Can I say that? All right. Don't rate my gluing, please. We're not here to rate my gluing. We're here just to have a bit of fun, because my gluing is pretty bad. Longtails, Lucas, Jeremy, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it on TikTok. We are going for 10K followers. That is when TikTok takes me seriously, and then we can do some amazing stuff, hopefully. I'm getting shit everywhere. All right, let's check out our car. Motor is settled beautifully. Look at that. The motor is not moving at all. My friends on YouTube, they aren't moving at all. So that one is done, but we also need to do some gluing on this one as I throw a ton of stuff off the track. So stand by. I'm covered in hot glue. I'm covered in. Let's have a listen to the motor. Oh, it doesn't work. So that doesn't sound too bad. I don't know if you can hear that. I've got my mic in here. I hope YouTube can hear that. But it's sounding a lot smoother. We ain't getting the juddery. And the reason I'm doing this is for longevity, because these cars have done a shit ton of laps over the last couple of weeks. Let that one go around the track quickly. She'll come back to us. She ran beautifully. So that's another one done for our digital racing. We're doing some cleanup here. And someone said, "G'day James, does the glue stand up when..." Good question. Jodo's on YouTube. Good question, mate. We do have a backup plan, which I've hot glued to the table. We will find out today during the live stream on TikTok if this actually does stand up. What the question was on YouTube is this hot glue going to stand the test of time when it heats up? Now, I don't know how hot these motors get. I believe this hot glue gun needs around about... yeah, that much. I don't have the box in front of me. We will find out. If not, I do have a heat. I guess this is a lot flexible when it comes to heat. So we will do that in the future. But let's just run with the hot glue at the moment. Like, very good question. I did ask myself that, but there's only one way to find out. So now that we've done our good old motor in place, we still need to fix the KTM's body because we've got a heap of damage, mainly the rear spoiler. So we'll put him back together, because we don't really need that. We've got 115 watching on YouTube. Thank you guys, I appreciate it. And what we've got only a handful back on TikTok. I think the racing is where the TikTok fans get involved. These lower streams I think are better for YouTube, but we'll work it out. Drawing Legend, thank you for the follow, mates. On TikTok, Long Tails, thank you so much for the follow and for the gifts. Thank you so much, Jake. I do appreciate that, mate. Every little bit does help. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. We've got both streams happening today. I've got all the technology. So let's put this guy back together. And if you are just joining me on TikTok, check out my latest posted video. You'll see what these cars are doing on track, and this is why we are fixing them. Again, a very casual stream, guys. Nothing too serious today. If you don't mind sharing the stream on TikTok, that really does help. But the action will happen when we go racing. That's when the chat gets a little bit crazy, and I honestly can't even keep up. So we're going to settle this guy in. So what we've got here, we've got a broken rear spoiler, a definite broken rear spoiler, which we're going to try and fix now. This is going to keep braking, which I'm not too fussed about. But let's just get it settled into position now. Don't put it in backwards, you nuffy, because then I will definitely do the wrong. So I'm going to put it in position, and we'll glue it in position. I'm not going to glue the spoiler actually where it's meant to be, because we want the spoiler to pop out. That's a good thing. If the spoiler pops out and falls on the ground, that's a good thing. You don't really want it to sit in place, sorry, because you will, that's when you start. This glue is pretty severe. Wow, wowza. Let me get a quick bit of cardboard just to spread that where it needs to be. It's going to be probably going to dry white, but that's okay. I don't really mind. These cars are the ones that we are trashing on stream. Not that I want to, but we are. So we're going to put a little bit of dab on there. All I've done, this glue's pretty strong. It should melt these two together. I actually want the glue to melt it. I'm not going for looks. I'm going for longevity. So let's just get that one in place. Hello, Will. How are you, mates? When do you stream usually? At the moment, it is very random. My son has just gone back to school, and I don't have much time during the day. I'm here in Europe. So here in Austria, school is a lot shorter. It's only for 4 hours of the day. My son's only young. So I've only got really 4 hours in the day to get stuff done. I will try and stream the TikTok racing. We're going to choose a day or two during the week, and I'd say to be about 12 a.m. my time, so lunchtime my time, or maybe 3 p.m. my time. And also TikTok, you guys will be an alternated day. So on TikTok, you guys will have, sorry, on YouTube, you guys will have a separate day, so we can get 2 competitions going. If you want to see prizes, people, and I've got to say, thank you to TikTok. We normally have hundreds of people watching, not this kind of stream though. If you do want to see prizes, please comment to the brands, because we want to get support from them to throw us some stuff so you guys can win it at home. So there we go. We've glued the rear spoiler. That one's ready to go. Let's quickly throw him around track. He's going to come back to me. Yeah. And we're also going to do some work on a digital changeover today. So that's 2 cars done. They call me 2 cars Trav. No, they don't. But they do now. Any questions? Premax Ultra Silicon is my favorite for motors and wings. Awesome. B-Rads, I'll take a look at that. I have a nosy motor, a fast car. I will check the motor for movement. Thanks. Be very careful. Be very careful though, guys. If you are going to put some glue on your motors, and this is for TikTok and YouTube, if you are racing at a club level, make sure you're allowed to first, because some clubs won't allow you to glue a motor into position. If you're not caring much about club racing, or you got no rules to follow, definitely glue it in place. It's going to make a big difference. I'm going to crack this guy open and show you another tip, which is in one of my YouTube videos. I did race at Showisher Slots, I think it was a year and a half ago now, maybe a little longer, in a Carrera a Carrera only race, where you could do some modifications to the cars. And I've got to tell you, it was one of the funnest races I've ever done. I'm going to go on a limb and say right now, your Carrera and Scout Electric are toy cars. I'm also going to say something here that a lot of people who watch my content will have an opinion on. These are your toy cars. These are toys. These are, in my opinion, they're not designed to be modified. I class them as toys. A lot of people say every slot car is a toy. I don't. I class the NSR and there's a lot of other brands which we won't get into, but as an example, this is a hobbyist car. This car is designed to be tinkered with, to be upgraded, to be changed. It's like if you buy a toy RC car from Kmart, or you go and buy a Tamiya that's meant to be upgraded. That's where I start putting categories in place. So for a toy car, these things are extremely durable and good. The only downfall is you've got a pretty basic run of the motor, and these are highly produced motors, I'm going to say in China, and they are hit and miss. Not everyone's going to be equal. So do expect to have some duds, but we raced at Showisher Slots in Australia, and let me tell you, the cars did a shit ton of laps, and we honestly had no issues. So I'm going to quickly see if this one needs a motor fix. No, it doesn't. So let's have a look at this one. This is a different layout of the chassis. It's still a Carrera toy car, but you can see here it's got better stability. I can't even move that motor. It's just how this chassis is set up. So this needs no gluing at all. Over to good old YouTube. Is it Markland Sprint? I don't know. No, this isn't. What's the best motor for speed? Oh, well, that's an open-ended question, because it then comes down to RPM. Are we talking inline, angle winder, sidewinder? Configuration of motor can make a difference. And for those that are wondering what I'm saying, right now, this motor here is inline. You can see it's inline with the chassis, inline. And this one here, which it won't show on I can't show you the car itself, but let me quickly show good old YouTube first. This is an angle winder. So the motor is, as it says on the box, on an angle. And for TikTok, this here is an angle motor. So the motor itself on the chassis will be positioned on an angle, which makes a hell of a difference. It really does, to drivability. And then you got to think, what motor do you want? You know, how fast am I going to go? That is a question I can't answer. I'm not a professional slot car racer. I've done enough to know what's good and what's not, but I wouldn't say I can give you an answer on what mode is best, because what track are you on? Is it a fast flowing track? Is it a track that likes to go left more than right? Because that will make a difference on how your motor is set up. It honestly does. A lot of sidewinders, which is a motor that goes this way, sideways, has got all the power going to one side of the car, which will favor one style of track. So if your car is a right-handed corner, well, maybe power to the right wheel or left wheel will help it get around the corners quicker. There's a lot of alternatives when it comes to slot car racing, and I honestly don't have the answer. So how else do you make this thing go quicker other than putting in some glue, which this doesn't need? Shaving, that's the wrong word, sorry. Sanding your shafts. A great toy at that. It is Scar Electric, they are toys. Hello, Skyletric. Hello, guys. I have this showed off, and we've got Skyletric in the chat here on TikTok. Skyletric, we're also on YouTube as well. Look at this, guys. Look what turned up. We showed this yesterday during our racing. We had lots of people that had a good look at the old Mustang, and of course these guys have, so thank you. But yes, they are toys. They are toy cars. I'm sorry, they're toys. I'm sorry, they're toys. It is fire. It is fire. It is definitely fire. They're good looking cars. They really, really are. Chat, we need to ask Skyletric, how's the digital stuff looking? Are we going to get some digital stuff here on track, Skyletric? Let's put some pressure on them. Come on, Skyletric. Anyways, let's get back to modifying the cars that we've been racing, because we have been putting these through hell. And Skyletric, you missed the big stream the other day. We had 700 people watching. Not so much during these streams. Thank you for the follow, Gizmo. Hello, Sherry. For the most common orientation, pod-modded cars are next level handling and fun, not always more fun. Hello, Sherry. Hello, Cherry. Is it Cherry? Hello, guys on YouTube. Thank you, guys. So, what's another trick you can do to make your any slot car faster, especially your toy branded ones? Your shaft here, your rear axle. If you get some light sandpaper, take your axle out and just give that a sand as good as you can, so it actually spins a lot freer. That's what you're trying to achieve, a quicker spinning rear axle, which obviously equals a quicker moving car. That will definitely up your speed, and just maybe greasing the right spots, which I don't really use much grease. I have to now because these are drying out, but only a couple of basic things you need to do. I would definitely also get some light sanding. So what you'll do is you'll take the axle out and just spin it in your hands whilst you're holding some fine sandpaper on the front axles as well, because you want these to spin as quick as you can. Again, not a professional. I know some people will be watching this going, friggin', he knows nothing, this guy. And it's true. So that one's good. We don't need to do anything to that one. That one's fixed. She's good to go. We're going to put her back on. We actually got working lights. Someone asked yesterday about the lights on this one. Let me quickly turn our track on. The lights are back working again. Front and rear lights are working. Ooh, yep, rear lights are working as well. So we've got our lights happening on this car. Hey, look at this, guys. Skyletric, digital upgrades were on their way shortly. So Skyletric, can I announce that we will be getting some Skyletric digital racing happening on the good old TikTok and YouTube? You've heard it here first, guys. We've got some Skyletric digital on their way, which means we can now have a separate night that supports the Skyletric system, which is what I want to do. These two brands definitely need to be supported because they are the backbone of this hobby, and all the other offshoot brands are doing incredible stuff that wouldn't be possible as, I guess, as a whole. The two or three major toy brands, what they do is keep the hobby alive, and then you're supporting acts bringing stuff that we would not ever see, which is, it's a beautiful, beautiful relationship between all brands. So is there anything that we need to fix on this car? No, that one's done. Let's get it around the track. See ya. She's going to come back. Wait for it. And she's back. So that's 3 cars fixed. We've got 3 cars ready for our next racing. We need to bring in another. We're going to bring in another. Hello, Peter. Hello, mates. Welcome to the stream on YouTube. Thank you, mate. I appreciate it. You're making me blush. Stop it, Skyletric. Lane change working out. It is, mate. It is, but we're going to take that apart today and have a look at it because it does fail during the stream. It is an actuator problem, which I'm going to actually rip that apart live here on stream to show you how they work and what's happening with the lane changer. One of the lane changer sides, the actuator, which obviously pushes the trigger left and right, it's starting to fault. I think I have a fix. It's hot glue again. We're going to fix it, I hope, because it does mess up the racing. All right, we've got the NASCAR open. Any damage on the shell itself? No, we've got no damage on the shell, which is incredible. But how's our motor pod? Here we go. We've got another one. Look at that. If the motor's rocking, don't come knocking. Jake, Carl Lawson for the win. There you go, guys. Another one that needs a little bit of work. So we're gonna get the hot glue back into that, nice and quick. I'm a doctor. Scalpel. Just gonna hold it in place. Now, the question was, if you are just joining, and thank you if you are joining the TikTok stream. I know this isn't my normal streaming. The racing is what gets the views, and I tell you what, we've had some banging views lately. Thank you to everyone who's jumped on board with the digital racing leagues. I think we've got an extra 3,000 followers in the last week and a half. It's just been incredible. So thank you to those on TikTok, and of course YouTube. You're going to get your own league too, because you guys have been there since day one. So thanks, guys. All right, so we've got some hot glue in there. We're going to let that settle for a tick. I really need to get some grease for these back. And the reason we're doing this, because these cars go through hell. They are racing day in, day out. I actually am trying to get some more cars from Carrera, but they haven't agreed to send any yet. Thanks. We'll work on that because they're quite expensive. Do you have a Scalatric digital power base? Scalatric, I've got nothing digital here. I've got one digital chip for Scalatric, but I've got no digital elements. So if you guys want to send some stuff, I would definitely need like a digital set. We've got enough track to make a small track. We can work on that in the future, but I've got no digital elements. Is Nick here? Not too sure. Is the heat causing motor to get loose? No. What's causing these motors? Let me turn off the power because I'm getting electrocuted. I am getting electrocuted when I put my hand down. It's starting to burn my hairs on my hand. So what's making the motor loose is design. So these are designed, this chassis here is running an inline motor, and what's holding the motor in place is a simple seated C, I think it's a C seat. Yeah, oh no, it's not, they're not even joined. So what is stopping this motor from being secure is the design of the pod itself. It's been secured beautifully at the end where the gearing is, but at the front where the motor itself is connected, it's just a loose, it's plastic to nylon. So you're never going to get a complete fit. And it's the design of the motor. It's a very open rear end as well. Don't say that 3 times. Scalatric with the hookup. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. Thank you. I really do, guys. I appreciate it. You've been incredible. I just said to the guys earlier, been incredible for 2024, 2025. My biggest regret was selling my collection in Australia. Scalatric know this, and so do the other brands. I had a very extensive collection personally, and what was sent to me as well over the last couple of years of YouTube. And moving to Austria, I couldn't afford to bring it all. And it's still, I tell you, it still bugs me today that I have to sell all that. So thank you, Scalatric. I appreciate that. And we will hook up a Scalatric digital racing as well. Thank you, guys. So here we go. How much cars do you have right now? I've probably got 10 Carrera cars. And I would say I've got about 25 to 30 Scalatric cars, which we're about to put on track very soon. And I have a handful of other brands. So I'd say in total, 45 cars. I think I had a couple of thousand 5 months ago. All right, so this one is now settled. Let me quickly show you the motor pod. It is now in place. Yes, that might actually fault in the future, but this will now make sure that when we go racing later on today, that this car should not fail during the racing, and we should get some more laps out of it. We are recycling these cars because I've only got 6 to use on the Carrera system. And what hurts me the most is I'm damaging them all, which for fun is great, but I do want to keep some of them. I don't want to damage them all. We'll sort that out. If anyone's watching on YouTube or TikTok, TikTok, of course, is a bit lower than normal today. If you know anyone that 3D prints bodies or can hook me up, well, let's do some bodies so then we can just damage certain cars and then show off the good stuff as like, look at this. But anyways, we are damaging cars, but that's all right. So our NASCAR has been fixed. Motor has been glued in position. I'm going to let that rest for a tick before we throw it around the track. But now let's move on to the rare cars. These two. Never ask how many cars. Jodickies, no problem, mates. How much cars do you have? Is heat causing the motor? I don't think I answered that properly. No, I did actually. Sorry, I did. Condolences to the families of the Victorian police officers who travelled. Yes, mate, thank you for that. I'm going to say it again, guys. These 2 streams are dedicated to the families. For those that don't know, I'm a retired police officer. I suffer from PTSD. That's not the reason for me mentioning that today. I got information today that 2 police officers were shot dead on duty in Melbourne, Australia, from my police force that I was a part of. It's very sad. So I have been flooded with messages this morning from members of police force and friends of family who know I'm concerned, and it's a shit time for Victoria Police. And I do thank those members who did pass away today for their service, because that's the ultimate. Like, I was going to swear again then, but I won't. I'll keep it family friendly. But there's nothing more you can do than give your life to your job, and it shouldn't be that way. But thank you for that, mate. Thank you so much. Thank you for saying that. Do I have any F1 cars? No, but they are coming. Scalatric do current F1 cars. They've got a Williams, I think they just did. I did have the McLaren, again, not part of my collection anymore. But both brands are doing F1. Scalatric have got a couple of released that have come out, which please go check out their website. And Carrera are releasing the Red Bull this year, which is common knowledge. And that will be out very soon. Thanks for the follow, mate. And Archie, thank you, mate. That means the world. I miss it every day, mate. I wish I could be there finding this bastard. But unfortunately, I can't be. It's a shit time. But today's is about them, and thank you for everyone who's very thankful for their service as well. So a bit of glue on the front bumper, because we did lose our GDR front end, which we don't want to lose the GDR front end. That's the do you have any smashed cars? I have a lot of smashed cars, mate. That's what we're fixing now. The last week has taken its toll on my collection. So there we go. So what I've done is we had a big Pringle. This is a very rare car, and if Scalatric is still here, I think they're in the yes. Hello, mate. Hello. Welcome. Sorry, I didn't catch your message. If Scalatric is still in the TikTok chat, let's get some more JDM cars. Some more Japanese cars. Actually, I'm going to message you guys. I've got an idea. So there we go. We're going to glue the front end back in. These are normally plastic pressed. What I mean by that is they melt the tabs. They melt the tabs on all the plastic parts, which then stick to each other. But like all plastics, and these are obviously a toy graded plastic, once the plastic is melted, they get brittle and they will snap from each other's. So they are melted together as a press. So you can get yourself a soldering iron and melt a lot of this stuff back into place. But over time, as the wife takes the dog for a walk, ciao, they will get brittle and just snap apart. So I'm just going to glue it with some flexi glue. So that's the front bumper. Oh, sorry, the front logo put back into place. That is a GDR, mate. That is a GDR. Let me quickly see if anyone said anything. Do you have any smash cars? Oh, awesome, Millie. Let me know. Put carpet on the floor. Thanks for the info. I should put carpet on the floor. Yes, these are GDRs. This is a very, very rare slot car. Very rare slot car. Look at Scalatric's eyeballs. Make sure you tune in during the week, Scalatric. I want to make sure you guys can chat to a lot of people at once, because yesterday we had 400 watching the racing. These streams aren't normally the biggest. I don't mind that. I like this. It's a bit more personable. But the racing is where you should be coming, because when we've got 700 people watching, I want them to be able to ask you guys questions. I invite all the brands to watch, but of course you guys have been jumping in regularly, so thank you. But yeah, we had 400 yesterday and 700 the day before. It was incredible. All right, so that one's done. We still have to put in the front splitter. Yes, we've lost the splitter as well. That could be done after the fact. He is finished. Let's quickly check his motor pod. So this one here is a very old slot car. Let's have a look. There's a bit of wiggle room there. There's a bit of wiggle. So we're going to put some hot glue, which we don't know if that's going to work yet. It actually does work, but how long will it last? Who knows? But I don't want real glue in there yet, because we want to be able to break it away as easily as we are putting it in. Because if I need to do a motor change, which eventually we will, because these are doing some laps, we are going to want to break that glue away, and you don't want to break away the chassis itself. If I use some harsh glue on the chassis, which I'm going to show you in a tick what I'm talking about, once we snap it away, it will take away a part of that chassis, leaving a gaping hole, which is what we don't want to do. So just for TikTok first, you can see here we've got some hot glue running down the side of the motor, which is attaching itself to the chassis. Also with TikTok, there you go, guys. 117 on good old YouTube. Thank you, guys. If I use a harsh glue, as soon as I break this motor away, which we'll have to in the future, it will literally rip out some of the plastics underneath, and we don't want to do that. So that's why we are using hot glue. Is it the best option? No. But that's going to work. I'm going to let that settle for a tick. Whilst we're doing that, let's flip him over, because we need to fix off the front splitter. You can see here, this is another GDR. No, it's not. That's a weird looking NASCAR GDR. We do have a front splitter. You can see this here, beautiful front splitter. And that is sitting in with a bit of a clip-in function. You actually clip it in and push it up. We've lost those clips. Well, some of them. It's a sad day for the GDR fans. So we're going to actually, we'll still be able to clip it in, but I want to put a bit of glue on that. So once it's clipped in, that should not come out again. And if it does, it will be the last time it comes out because it will snap all the world off it. So we're going to go with some heavy duty flexible glue here. I'm not going anything serious because again, I want this to be able to be refixed. This will probably do damage if we do take it apart, but I'm okay with that because the front splitter shouldn't have to come off again. I'm going to answer that question to tick, mate. Let me just try and get this in without gluing my hand to it. All right, there we go. So we're in. We're back in. We've got our aero back on. That's what, and I'm going to quickly say, kudos, and this is for both the companies. These are toys. What are we doing now? Hello, Sean. We are fixing the damage that we've done over the last week and a half. We are fixing. Sean, are you on both, Sean? You're on both. I'm looking at your question here and your question here. We are fixing our damage, mate. We are fixing our damage. We are fixing the damage to all the cars that we've been running. So this one's now being glued back together. Our motor is beautifully back in place. Let's put our body back on and we'll let this one run around. I will move the camera to both TikTok and YouTube in a minute so you can actually see the track because we're going to rip apart the digital changeover because I think I've got a quick fix. I have requested another digital changeover. I don't know if I'm going to see it. They're around about 89 euros. So again, I'm trying not to go bankrupt doing this. But if I have to replace it, I'm going to actually order the solenoid first. Do a Trav can fix it. Yeah, mate. Yeah, Sean, definitely big crashes, mate. These guys have been doing laps. I'm actually pretty impressed. These cars have been doing some incredible laps, and I'm just now doing some stuff to them to make sure that they survive another couple of weeks. But second to that, just making sure that keeping the service up to date. I don't want to lose my warranty on these. No warranty at all, but you know what I mean. I'm going to quickly move some stuff off the track. We need to run 2 cars around to make sure that they're okay. We did the NASCAR before. He's off and going. Skyline's off and going. I will move the camera soon, guys, so you guys can see this, but I'm just making sure. Oh, no. Yep, both cars are good. All right, he's back. Both cars ran well. One of them actually de-slotted, which is fine. I can leave it there. So let's move that out. Let's fix one more car, and then we're moving on to some truck fixing. Hello, Paul. Hello, mates. I hope you're well, buddy. I hope you're well. I hope you're well. I really do. Reach out to me. I'll have to have a chat to you. I've got to have to go. Well, I've got to go. Have a good one. Thank you, Millie, for watching on YouTube. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. Have you left Oz for good? I've been out of touch, is why I'm asking. The easy answer for that one, I'm here for now. I'm here for now. So, yes, if you are watching, I did move from Australia in March, end of March 2025. We are here in Europe, Austria, hence why it's a beautiful sunny day to be with family. I don't want to get too far into it because it's not my day to talk about it, considering what's happening in Australia at the moment with the police force. But let's just say it was for mental health and for my family. For my family. G'day from down under. Hello, Xavier. I know it's a weird time to go live. Last year we got a group of about 25 guys that got together and started racing. Mate, let me bring that comment up again because this is why I'm doing it. So I didn't see your name. Can you please, Jim Ray on TikTok said he got 25 blokes, I think he said, together to race digital slot car racing. In my opinion, that is the future. That is the future. You're going to see lots of shops. I'm going to agree that there's going to be a lot of shops putting digital tracks in. This is the future, in my opinion. You will never replace the original stuff, and nor should you. But if you want to get more younger people involved, this is like a computer game, and it also gives you a lot more playability and a lot more realism when it comes to racing a car to scale. And what I mean by that is, and I'm not taking anything away from the analog world or any other type of racing, and I'm not talking scale, but in general, I can race 5 other cars on my own right now with this system. Scale Electric, I can race 5 other cars on my own. SCX Digital, I can race 8 other cars on my own. And that's this off-the-shelf toy brand. So it lets you do a lot more. When it comes to aftermarket apps, and I'm going to give kudos to Scaletric here for using Smart Race, which is the best in the business. Smart Race is an app that you can use for all the brands off the shelf, and it turns it from a great experience to an incredible experience where you have fuel, pits, drivers' names, faces, call-outs, you name it. It's the future. And I'm going to say something that's very sad. This here is a digital slot car from 2008. 2008. That's how long and longer digital has been around for, and it has yet taken off. And I'm going to say the reason why, and TikTok and YouTube, especially YouTube, might hate this, is because it hasn't been promoted by people like myself or original people who never accepted it, never wanted the digital stuff in their own world. So it was never utilized as part of the hobby. Realistically, now is the time. Digital is the future. If we want this hobby to last another 20 years, digital is the future. You can't take away it from the original, but digital is definitely the big brother who needs to be respected and put in place to be the norm. So this motor here, it's the same as the other GDR. I'm going to quickly show. This had a lot of motor movement, but look at this one. Nothing. Nothing. I'm a pro karter in Oz. Love your content. Hello, mate. You're sponsored by Penrite. Is that correct? Xavier, is that you? Hello, Big Nick. Hello, mates. Hello, buddy. That's what we use. Jim Ray. Sean, thank you for the share, mate. I appreciate that. Thank you, guys. And on YouTube, thanks. Let me quick look at YouTube. Are these digital cars worth anything? I've got a few from when I was younger. How long ago? Oi, how long ago? Finley, yes, I'll get these cars going around track in a minute. Sorry, guys, I'm running TikTok in front of me and I'm running YouTube up here. I'm doing a double stream. You're sponsored by Sodi and Penrite. Yes, mate, I just checked out your... There you go, Scaletric. First Scaletric Digital came out in 2005. Scaletric, what do you reckon? Is it time for us to push digital as hard as we can? Because I'm going to tell you, especially here in Europe, I'm going to say right now in Australia, we need to start looking at, and when I say we, I offer my services where I can, we need to start looking at digital hosted races by the brands. Now I'm going to make a mention here, the UK Festival 2026, I hope I can make it. Please bring me, Scaletric. You guys need to host a digital event. It has to happen. It has to happen. If we don't have a digital event hosted by a brand in the next year or so, I don't see the point of having digital, because that will make this standard for others to follow. And again, I'm happy to help where I can, happy to fly there and host it for any brand, because this is the future. This is the future for our hobby. I'm not going to stress it anymore. So can I have a free set? Sure. If you're on YouTube, Scaletric's on TikTok, throwing some spanners. Someone asked for a free set. And TikTok and Scaletric said, yeah, sure, if you want to pay 300 euros for postage. Yeah, take that, suckers. What's happening on TikTok? Oh, YouTube, hold on. I'm back. Hello, Millie. I'm in the UK. Yes, if you're in the UK, mate, you've got DIECAST. Go check out DIECAST, run by a group of great people. DIECAST is the Digital International, I can't remember what it stands for. Apologies if any of them are watching. They host some of the biggest digital racing. They use Oxygen, which is an aftermarket system by Slotted, which allows you to have more players, up to 30 or even more, I believe. Which is, I would say, it's the professional digital racing. But to definitely get into digital, the toys are the way to go. So supporting where I can. Hello, New Zealand. Yes, we've got New Zealand in the house on Australia. I'm lost on friggin' YouTube. Thank you, YouTube. I'm mates with Oscar Piastri. Do you want to meet him? Xavier, I have met him. I actually raced against him when I was RCing back in the day. Actually, that's a lie. I didn't race against Oscar Piastri. I watched him kick ass in Melbourne, Australia, in Baronia. I witnessed him wiping the floor with older gents. Now, I never got to race against him because I was shit. Really bad. But yes, I have met Oscar when he was 8. Yes, can I meet him now? I would love to. If you can hook that up, You know what? Actually, can I ask Scalatric if you're in the chat? Sorry, YouTube, I'm going to try and organise something here. Scalatric, if you're in the chat, can you please send me a McLaren if you've still got one? And if I can talk to Xavier, who races go-karts, Xavier, could you get one signed for me so I can then potentially do a giveaway? Who do you follow in the footy? I don't watch footy anymore, mate. I am a Collingwood supporter. Don't leave the chat. But I haven't really watched it for a long time. I love my football, as in soccer. I love my F1s. I love my motor racing. I love my NFL. I do watch footy from time to time, but being in Europe, it's a bit hard to follow. All right, shut up, Trav. We're going to do some more fixing. That one is fixed. Let's put it back together. We need to do nothing to that GDR because that is the last car. And then we're going to move the cameras quickly. Legends. We're going to move the camera quickly. As Scarlett, you come back with any smart. I will text Oscar and see what he says. All right, thank you, mate. How about you text me and then I'll send you my number and see if you can text me back. Make sure you tell him I'm an ex-police officer, so I'm not gonna give out any of his information. But if you can make that happen, mate, that'd be incredible. Now, Oscar is a legend. Let me quickly give a big background on him. So, during his earlier days, so when he went to Europe firstly, a good neighbour and a good friend of mine, we watched F3 and F2 religiously, and as soon as he hit F3, the remark I made was, you need to watch this guy because I watched him do RC. He's a natural. Yes, everyone's probably thinking, what do you mean by RC? There is a natural driving ability to do that. And I actually made mention back then, you need to watch this guy. Once I knew he went to Alpine, I think it was Alpine. I was a bit worried because I thought they were going to harness, sort of hold him back. And once I knew Mark Webber jumped on board, and I've been a Mark Webber fan. Not many people like Webber. Well, they probably do, but he is the kind of guy that doesn't piss fart around. He's the true grit Australian Aussie. Once I knew he was on board with Oscar and was managing him, I knew something big was going to happen. I just guessed it. Didn't know it was going to be McLaren. And once he moved to McLaren, I thought, watch out, Norris, because you're going to be in for a friggin' fight. And look what's happened. He's a legend. So I have followed him for a very long time. I'm very proud of him, very proud to call him a Melburnian. He deserves all the accolades. It's one of those things where it was meant to be. All right, so I've just fixed the front bumper as well. I just noticed the front GDR bumper came out again, plastic welded. So I'm going to let that one drip for a bit. Guys, we're just going to have a bit of a pause while I wait for that. We're going to put everything together. I'm pretty sure we're completely sold out of McLarens. I will try and grab one, mate. I will try and grab a McLaren. Scarlett, I'll try and make that happen. What's happening on YouTube? My wife's trying to sneak past. I'm going to move out of the way so everyone can say hello. Say hello! She's like, stop it! Get out of here! Do you watch any GT3 LMP? Yes, I do. I also watch the Japanese Formula, which I love. The Japanese F1. I watch a lot of... Hello, Helix. Hello, mate. Sorry, I've kept SLOTCARS. Yes, mate, this is SLOTCARS. Just making sure I'm not missing anyone because we've got two streams going here. Xavier's... My stepdad sold him a horse. A house. A horse or a house? A house. well, can you get me a couple of jerseys? Just get me a McLaren Oscar Piastri bit of kit, and I'll wear it religiously here in Austria. And I'll even go to the Red Bull Ring and do some praying. So there we go. That one's done. Let's put it back together. We need to see the dog. Oh, let me go get the dog. It's actually a blue heeler. It's an Aussie dog. So let me go get the dog. Hold on. She's beautiful. Charlie. I want to see the dog. Come here. Yeah. Come here. You want to say hello? Yeah, Charlie. Yeah. Say hello. No, here. The people are over here. Charlie. Come here. Yeah. Yes. So that's a blue heeler. Yes, baby. Yes. Oh, yes. Come on. Right, quick, inside. Quick. Go, yeah. Ready? Go. Good girl. So that is a blue heeler. So it's an Aussie dog. We flew her over with us. She was only a puppy when I left Australia. So we flew her. Yes, mate, I have to. Go-karting, mate. Tell me about it. How is the dog's name not Bluey? Yeah, I might have missed that one. I went to... Hold on, Tick. I'm trying to read a comment here. Sorry, guys. I went to Le Mans this year. Absolutely unreal. Yes. All right, guys. I'm going to put this one back together, and then we're going to run a couple of cars and wait to see if that actually faults, which is going to be the the lane changer, and then we're going to fix that. Again, it's a low-key stream, so thank you to all those that have joined. We will have some action very soon. We will be going back to you guys choosing what car is going to win the race. Thanks, Galatric. I appreciate it, guys. Thank you. I'm trying to get to the Oz. The Oz is good Grand Prix. I worked there a couple of times with Victoria Police. I was there in working capacity, and I also went there as a fan. Great place. Great place. Let me get rid of this hot glue gun before I burn the house down. I'm just going to move that out of the way. I'm still here. I'm going to move YouTube. I'm going to move you guys first. I'll be back TikTok. I'm moving YouTube. Come here, guys. I'm going to handle you gently. Come here. And I might be able to see your messages for a tick, guys. I'm just going to turn the camera around so you guys can get a good view of the track. And I will come over and check your chat really. Hello, Helix. Hello, mate. I've got a few GT3 cars. So there's the track, guys. I'm going to quickly move TikTok. TikTok, I'm coming. Don't go anywhere. Right, I'm going to quickly change your cameras, TikTok, because you need another camera, which is going to be this one. TikTok is running. Yes, I know it is. So I'm going to give you guys a new camera. Stand by. We're going to move this camera to the start-finish line. Watch me do this on the fly. Look how professional this stream is. I should work in social media. No, I shouldn't. All right, that's on the start-finish line. I'm going to get rid of this camera. This one needs to change. We're going to add a camera. We're going to do this live, guys. This is. I'm positive I can make this happen for you. All right, so we need another camera, which is going to be our. Yes. There's our new camera. Look at this. Hello. Hello. Let's move that one down here. I don't think, let me just get this and I'll read the comments in a sec. Sorry guys, I'm just getting these cameras sorted for you. This one goes down here as well. Now you're going to see the behind the scenes on how TikTok Studio works live. No. So this one's got to go. You're going to lose me for a tick. Bye. This one's going to be in the corner. It's all right. We've got another camera coming. So just stand by. Don't get antsy. So those two are there, and I need to add one more camera, which is going to be this one. So let's add a camera. This is harder than it looks. I mean, it's easy. What am I talking about? Add another camera, which is going to be this one. Da-da. Trying to get another camera. Here we go. So it's not letting me do it. So you guys might not have another camera. Sorry, TikTok. No. All right, sorry, TikTok. I'm going to have to give you guys the other cameras back because it won't let me give you the real camera. Sorry. So YouTube's got the big camera. If you want to see this, check out my YouTube channel. We are doing this live on YouTube as well because I can't bring over the camera I wanted to. So I'm going to give you guys back this one, which I'll face somewhere else. And this one, it won't let me give you guys another camera because my phone isn't connecting, so I do apologize. Obviously this is for TikTok only. Right, so this one is now here. I'm going to quickly turn it over to the lane changer for you. So you can see the cars going past the lane changer. And we're going to run some cars around quickly just to see if this lane changer faults, because it's going to fault. So I'm going to move this camera. A lot of this and this going on, isn't there? Move this camera. Let's give you some sort of a track view. I'm going to give you guys that track view for now. Sorry, TikTok. Let's quickly check YouTube. Have we got people still there? We do. Hello from... Bro, you love your cars. I do love my cars. I've got the same track layout in the... Oh, really? He said hello. Hello, Ada. Hello. So I'm just quickly saying hello to some people on YouTube. All right, now we're going to test the digital crossover. Keep your eyes over here because it's been faulting. So I'm going to quickly run some cars around and see. If you are just joining TikTok and YouTube, we do digital racing where I put cars on track and you guys choose which car you think is going to win or lose. And we race 6 cars at a time. This is the digital changeover that is playing up. Let me just look it up so you can see it. This is the one that's playing up. So far it's making a liar. There we go. It just actually played up then. Stand by. It will fault very soon. Let's get some more cars going. Probably not. The Skyline's just monitoring them all. It's working perfectly. It shouldn't be, but it is. It's actually working really well. Don't damage my cars. Oh, here we go. Yeah, it's working fine. So it's not faulting right now, which is a shame because I want to fix it. Alright, so that's working fine. So we're going to pile up. I'm going to run multiple cars over the same lane. So that's working fine now. So it's made a liar out of me. Okay, so one more lap each. There we go, it just faulted then. So if you saw that, it just put the car out of the track. There we go. It's still working. So we're going to take it apart anyways, because I'm not happy with how it's working. There we go, it faulted. It just faulted. It faulted again. So here we go. So I'm going to stop the camera for a tick. I'm going to stop there. Watch this digital changeover. It is flicking, but it won't send it left. So watch this. It just did. There you go. It should have went left. That went left. That went left. That didn't go left. That went left. So we know that it is still faulting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to now take that apart. So I hope everyone can still see. Portland, yeah, I hope hope the glue was dry. Yeah, it would be dry. Absolute nightmare to set up on the old Digi. Portland, Oregon. Let's start the race. No, we're not racing right now, mate. We're actually fixing. We're doing some fixing. Racing will definitely come very soon. Right now, I'm just fixing as much of this digital track as I can. So we're going to take apart the digital changeover. We're going to go back down to the desk and have a closer look at it, because I do want to show why it's faulting and why I believe it's faulting, and we're going to try and fix it. We're going to try and fix it. Apologies to anyone watching on YouTube. I don't have a mic plugged in on the YouTube side of things because I can't run 2 mics. Well, I probably can actually. No, I don't think I can. So let's take this one apart. We only need this one. Digital elements come in halves, and we're going to fix it, hopefully, because it is playing up. So let's get back into serious business. Serious talk, chat. Right, so let me just get that one down there. Let me see what happened on YouTube. Oh, 71, thank you guys. Let me just quickly turn you guys around because you're coming back over. Because we've now tested the cars, and unfortunately the digital changeover is still faulting, and I know why. I think it's the solenoid, and we're going to take it apart together and check that out. If you are joining me on TikTok, we are doing a multi-stream. If you are joining me on YouTube, we are doing a multi-stream. Let me get you guys down there. Get down there. Yeah, have a look. So I need to cancel this camera, and I need to put in another one so we can all talk like friends. We're calling friends. Stand by. Camera. That one right there. Yep. All right, we're back. We're back in action. All right, so let me show you what we are doing here and what was happening. Where's my cardboard cutouts? Because my arms are going to get zapped. I'm a hairy bugger. Let me put that there. Let me put that there. Have I missed any? Thanks for the rose, guys. Has the same dog as the blue collar. Thanks for the follow, mate. I appreciate that. We're going for 10,000 subs, hopefully, and how we're going on YouTube. Do you have a Formula 1 car? No, not yet. Not yet. Where did you get cars from? Carrera. They sent them to me. So let's open this up. We're now voiding our warranty. So if Carrera is watching, yes, we are about to void our warranty, but that's okay. because we need to fix it. Now there's two fixes to this. I'm either going to get the part number and replace it with a new solenoid. That's what's going wrong. The solenoid is not pressing the little metal flicker. You're going to see exactly how these things work raw.
Sorry, guys.
Hold on to. So Xavier said, how's this? They're trying to hook me up with a car signed by Oscar Piastri. Xavier said, Scarlett would have to give you the free car. So did Weber. I want to see the proof on that, Xavier. Send me the message. Can you send me a screenshot of those? Because I don't want to put Scarlett out if that's what they didn't say. But I do appreciate it if they did say that. So let me get this one out. So Oscar said, so if you are just joining, we've got Xavier over here, a young go-karting pedigree, has said he's friends with Oscar Piastri, and I've requested that he gets a car signed that Scar Electric currently make, because it would be cool if it was signed by him. And he's just written back saying, okay, but thanks, mate, I appreciate it. He just said Mark Webber and Oscar Piastri had said they will sign my car if Scar Electric gives it to me for free. Now the problem is, it's not current. So I will source it. I don't want to put any pressure on Scar Electric at all because it's not their idea. But I will try and get this car, and if we can get it signed, and 5 years that didn't log in. All right, here we go. So this is what we look like. Helix, you don't have to do that, mate. You don't have to do that. You really, really don't. I do appreciate that. It will actually go to good use, but you don't have to do that. If you do want to reach out to me, my email is linked in the description of the channel on YouTube. Get in touch with me. I'll get in touch with you, but you don't have to do that, mate. I do appreciate that kind of stuff, but you do not have to do that. So here we go. So this is our digital changeover. We've just done a couple of different... Speb, thanks for the follow, mate. A couple of different test runs, and this did fault on a certain amount of times. Now it's doing two different things. One thing, there's a place in Newmarket, it's UK A1 slot. Didn't realize how popular slot car racing was until just now. Mate, it's huge. It's really, really huge. Slot cars, it's a big hobby behind the scenes. We're trying to make it bigger. So let me quickly show TikTok first. This is your brains of the operation. Here you've got two solenoids that click in and out. You'll hear them. They click in and out, which makes this go left and right. But as you can see, it's still faulting. Left and right, which would then direct the car straight, or if we do it the other way, I'll show YouTube this in the tick as well. If we go the other way, which is raising up, it will then direct the car to cross over. It's simple how it works. It's a bit of metal that gets flicked across. Now, it's a one-way actuator. What I mean by that is the button will make an electronic connection, which pushes it, I think, outwards. I don't know which way is the starting. It pushes it one way. Then there's a bit of plastic in here. When you drive over it, it will put the trigger back. So the actuator is only doing one movement, and then it's forced back. So let me quickly show YouTube as well. So here you have your two blue solenoids. You press your clicker, and the solenoid will react, pushing this metal pin across, which I've just done then, which will then direct the traffic left or right. As you can see here, we've got a little metal section. It will go left and right. Now, it's not going to move too well because it doesn't have a backing on it, which means the pin is falling through. But the actuator really only electronically works one way, and then is forced back by a bit of plastic that your guide will hit. Send it through a photo. So, he has the same dog as same color as blue. Oh, awesome, Sean. Awesome. So that's what we're trying to work on. Said hi. Hello, Helix. Hello, mate. So what's happening, what I believe is happening, and we've only got one that is faulting, which if I flip it over, the one that is faulting is our right-hand side.